Welcome, friends, it's the Movie Film Podcast. Movie Film Podcast, enjoy the show. Zachy and Brian are talking about the movies. Movie Film Podcast on the radio.
The only thing more dangerous than what he knows is what he's prepared to do.
$250 million by 0900 Utah time. If you have not...
Good God. But there's one thing
Smile, boys, we're about to retire.
he didn't count on.
I know his mind works. You gotta let me go after him.
Care for a Coke or something?
John Travolta,
You lose.
Christian Slater,
You're out of your mind.
Ain't it cool?
Broken Arrow, a John Woo film.
Welcome to a movie film commentary track. My name is Zachy Hassan, and here is the Vic Deakins to my Riley Hale, Brian Hall.
Hey, how's it going, Zachy?
I'm sitting here waiting for you to betray me,
Yeah, right.
as I have every week for the last 14 years.
In anticipation, it's coming. It's coming. I'm not going to tell you when, though.
Once I hear that ominous Hans Zimmer sting, that's when I know my number's up. I'm going to eject through the roof of my house.
Dude, suddenly, just in the middle of one episode, you're going to hear ding, 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 ding.
And I'll be like, what? Ah!
And I'll be like, "Ain't it cool?" And take a drag off a cigarette.
I have to say, so we are watching 1996's Broken Arrow, which celebrates its 30th anniversary as we are recording this, roughly the same week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, I was like, the most memorable claim to fame this movie has may well be the fact that Ain't It Cool News got its name from this movie.
Yeah. From that
Which
line that, oh my gosh, John Travolta.
John Travolta, man, when your star falls, it really falls.
You know what's fun? Oh. No, you know what's weird? I had John Ritter in my head, and I was like, "It's not Ritter, Brian.
Oh.
It's not Ritter. Don't say Ritter." And then I short circuited. So, yes, but you know what? I remember that line from the marketing,
From the trailers, it's all over the place.
that was one of those things. Yeah, back in the day, I don't know if it happened more frequently. Maybe I was watching more TV, and
Yeah.
they'd have like one line that they would always repeat in all the ads for certain movies. So those lines just got stuck in my head. And ain't it cool? Like,
Well,
I remember that from the mid '90s.
You and Harry Knowles both.
yeah.
That's what makes you and Harry Knowles so similar.
Let's go down the list of similarities, shall we?
Hey, so anyway, we're gonna watch this. Will be fun.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah.
I love going. This has become kind of a recurring thing where we just dip into 90s action movies.
I love it.
And-
I have not seen this since the '90s. So,
Same here. So this is definitely fun to dip back into, but let's do it. Hey, if you want to watch along with us, you're certainly welcome to do that. There is only the one cut, the theatrical cut directed by John Woo. If you don't want to watch along, that's okay. We'll try to keep the conversation interesting enough. We'll try to make you say, "Ain't it cool?"
I hope so.
I hope so. So I'm ready. What about you, Brian?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. So we'll do the usual thing on 3. 1, 2, 3, play. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, play.
Fox.
20th Century Fox. This is written by Graham Yost.
Yes.
It is produced by Mark Gordon. So kind of a Speed reunion.
Yeah, I mean, this is the year after Speed, right? So this is
2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Sorry, but this was Graham Yost. Graham Yost. This is kind of interesting. I want to say, I don't remember what podcast it was, but I heard him speaking on one, and he was saying that he was working at a sitcom. I believe it was Herman's Head.
Full House.
Oh, Full House. But he did work on Herman's Head, right?
He may have.
Yeah, okay. But no, you're right. Full House. And he was very unhappy.
Yeah.
And so he decided he was just going to, risk it all, take a leap, write something, and just see if he could do the thing he really wanted to do. And then he makes Speed, right?
And then he writes one of the greatest action movies ever made.
Yep. And so then he's super hot.
See, Brian, it's just that easy.
Yeah, come on. Why haven't you done that? That sounds like something like your parents would say to you. Why haven't you written a movie like Die Hard? But yeah, so then this post Speed, Fox is probably like, what else you got? Give us anything. And then we get Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow, which the title is now in the movie, they're like, it's a reference to if a nuclear missile is stolen.
Right.
Which my understanding is that's actually not true. It's a reference to a nuclear weapon where the head, where it's no longer nuclear.
Yes.
That is a broken arrow. So the term for a stolen weapon would be empty quiver.
Which I thought should be the code name for a vasectomy.
I was about to say that's actually the script for my movie about a guy with low sperm count.
Hey, look at us.
Yeah. Starring Rob Schneider, I kind of see in my head. I see him on the poster, like with his arms out, like,
Yeah, exactly. Kind of doing a shrug, but with a, oh no. Like,
yeah, exactly. You got
empty quiver.
Empty Operation Empty Quiver. That's when you go to get a vasectomy. Yeah?
Yes, exactly. Right? Doesn't it sound like that? It's funny because I know these guys are supposed to be like longtime pals.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's like
I don't
trail
that sense at all.
No, not in this opening boxing match.
I was actually thinking about that. Okay, so that turn is supposed to be kind of a turn.
Yes.
And it's really not, because Travolta's such an asshole right from the start.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't any, like, he's not, like, this opening scene, it's supposed to be him kind of like mentoring Hale.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing playful about it.
Not at all. Or like mentor-like at all. Like he seems like a jerk who is relishing
exactly
in whooping this guy.
I was like, that's a choice,
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Like I read in some of there wasn't like a ton that I could dig up on this movie.
Yeah, same.
But I did read that Travolta, it was his decision to go big.
Sure.
Right? And I'm like, he definitely goes big.
Yeah.
In this, right?
By the way, interesting that Dwight Little there gets producer credit because he was originally supposed to direct this movie.
Oh, maybe he helped develop it a little bit.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because he directed Rapid Fire, the Brandon Lee movie.
Oh, okay.
And one of them, I think, Marked for Death or something. But he left this to do Free Willy 2.
Right.
The guaranteed payday of Free Willy 2.
Which is funny because now it seems like, oh man. But I mean, Free Willy 1 was a phenomenon.
That's at the time you can sort of understand his thinking, but yeah, in hindsight, I don't know, maybe not the best choice.
Yeah. I mean, did that one even go to the theaters? I mean, that became one of those things where there was the one big movie that everybody the way that he holds the cigarette in this movie, it like look, I remember it. It's memorable, but it also like just kind of
odd.
It irrationally irritates me. But that's well, sorry, I'm pivoting a little bit. But like, so him saying he wanted to go big, this led to sort of a string of performances, I feel like, for Travolta, where when this ended, without even thinking about it, I thought, man, you know what I'd like to rewatch is Swordfish.
You know what's funny is I was like, because this was like his first time playing a villain, and I was like, did the record get stuck or something? Right. Because he was pretty much just in this lane for a while.
Exactly. So he does this in Swordfish, Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's playing these kind of big, like kind of post Tarantino, like they're little hip, I mean,
cocky. even Face Off, right? Where he the Nick Cage character is played by him.
Yes. Right. And kind of the Papa's got a brand new bag, kind of thing he's doing. Yeah, which I don't know. I mean, what tell me, what do you feel?
I think Travolta,
it's goofy.
I think Travolta is very watchable. Certainly,
that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I mean, does it work just because of that? It just makes it watchable. Would it be less interesting if he wasn't doing it?
Okay, so my feeling is that the character is less interesting because he goes so big with it. Because in essence, when you think about it, I mean, this in terms of what he does in the movie, he's not that far removed from Ed Harris in The Rock.
Right. Yeah.
It's the why that's substantially different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what Ed Harris really excels at is just the smoldering silence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I think Travolta is playing a little more campy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. Bear in mind, like this was this moment where John Travolta's name of the title was enough to make a movie a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, how long did that last? About 5-6 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So they wanted him to play the Christian Slater character, and he's like, no, I want to be the villain. So I understand that because it gave him a chance to stretch a little.
Totally.
But I do wonder, if the movie might have worked better with him as Hale.
Yeah, maybe.
And you go with, because as written, the Deakins character is a little older.
Mm-hmm.
You go with somebody a little older,
Who would you put in there then?
Well, it's funny. He's reflexive. I'm like, Ed Harris. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, sure. But you know what though? Yeah. I mean, well, I guess obviously because we know it works. But
yeah.
Yeah,
circa 1996. I'm not sure,
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, but it's funny because this is kind of that moment. It's interesting looking at each decade and what action movies are like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, they get a little, I don't know if you call it meta, but they become like the 80s was action figures come to life, who could, like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and, crazy over the top muscles. And then the 90s was, more normal looking sort of dudes in crazy situations, against all odds, but with like a lot of humor. It makes me think of Con Air and The Rock and Face Off, and even, they have a little bit of a wink going on, kind of.
Even Die Hard and Speed to some extent.
I feel like Die Hard in a way kind of kicked it off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like there's always like a movie that like ends a decade. Like Star Wars in a way sort of ended the gritty 70s.
Yeah.
And then maybe Die Hard sort of ended that action figure 80s.
By the way, so my thought here with the fake park ranger guy, I'm like, if he's just going to kill him anyway, why is he even dressed like a park ranger?
Dude, what's funny? Because I hadn't seen this in 30 years, I thought the guy in the tent was going to be the bad guy. Because he's where he's not supposed to be.
Interesting.
And like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here? And I was waiting for him to draw a gun.
Interesting.
And then I felt really bad.
I know. And then bro just catches fire. And then they shoot the old lady. That's terrible.
I know. At least they don't show it. Like
these guys are bad, Brian. I don't know. That's my sense.
But this does remind me of the sort of 80s excess action of the guy. Like, not only does he get like shot to death, but he like lands in the middle of the fire pit. On fire.
Oh, and by the way, here's Bob Gunton playing the second of his lovable father figure roles after Shawshank Redemption.
Right.
I'm just kidding. He's just like, he's an unrepentant asshole all the time. He's got resting asshole face.
He does, but like, he's one of those people where you don't even need to write a lot for him. Like, he brings whatever you give him.
He is a type. He is the Bob Gunton type.
Yep. Some people just have that magic, and he definitely does.
Although, tell me, like, the minute he's like, Deakins, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, he's gonna die horribly.
Yeah.
You want to tell him, like, dude, just shut up.
I know. But yeah, so now we've got Travolta and Slater in the plane, and I'm like, oh, they're buds? Because I thought they hated each other from the beginning.
See, that's the interesting thing. I do kind of like that the opening boxing scene, we tie back to that at the end. So it sort of, it ties a bow around the whole thing.
Right. The rope-a-dope.
Yeah, and that was my thought. Is I think if we started out with kind of a playful spar session, and then we end with just like a fight to the death, that would heighten the stakes.
I agree. Like, I wish it had felt a little warmer, because then when Travolta turns in the plane and he like looks over sort of sinister, that would have felt even more devastating. And then to your point at the end, then they have like a fist fight at the end again, but it's completely different. But it felt antagonistic from the start. Delroy Lindo.
A freshly minted Oscar nominee, Delroy Lindo.
Oh. Wait, from which?
For Sinners.
Oh, I thought you meant in the 90s.
No. As we record this right now.
Yes, right.
In the here and now.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to remember where I first saw him.
Oh, I first saw him in another Travolta movie in Get Shorty.
Get Shorty, yeah, maybe that or The Hard Way. That was a big one for my brother.
I didn't see that until later.
Ransom. You know what? I bet Ransom's the one that like where he really made like a huge impression on me.
He was great in Ransom. See, the thing is, Delroy Lindo is always like earnest and like determined, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, this is a guy. I'd follow this guy.
I totally. He's it's just so I'm remembering this moment. I was like, do I tell this whole story? But basically I was in a bar and I saw Keith David.
Okay.
And but it was like when we were still wearing masks. You know, so I just entered the restaurant, I was wearing a mask, and I saw Keith David, and I was like, holy crap, it's Keith David. And so I wanted to like acknowledge him, but I didn't think he could see my face. You know, like me smiling or whatever. So I did like a little bow.
Okay.
Like, I put my my hands together and did like a little bow. And then he did like a little thing back, which I was like, hey, all right, awesome. And I was just thinking like Delroy Lindo gives me that same thing. Like if I saw him in a restaurant, I feel like I need to acknowledge him. Like, dude.
You would bow.
Yeah, just like a little, dude, you're great, man.
Yeah, it's funny because he was, a couple of years later, he was in a movie called Romeo Must Die. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
With Aaliyah and Jet Li.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole movie is just absolutely cockamamie, and it's just tonally all over the place, right?
Right.
But then you got Delroy Lindo as Aaliyah's dad, and if he is not acting as if he is in the most serious, dramatic role of his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just love that.
Totally. I mean, again, going back to the like those character actors that just have that singular magic. I mean, him in that opening scene, just sitting there existing like, all right, well, now it's time to what, like he's just adding the thing that only he can add that makes that character immediately interesting.
Yeah.
I do love this whole conceit here, right? Where it's like they're trying to see if they can hide, I guess, from radar carrying these nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
It did make me nervous too. Where he's like, all right, we're, what did he say? Like we're 100 yards above the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whoa. Like what if there's like some little peak or crag you missed?
Yeah. I'm still trying to game out like whether Deakins' plan makes even a lick of sense. It seems like there's too many variables. And so I'm like, why am I overthinking? What am I doing? You know?
Right. What's the first one that comes to mind?
Well, it's so much of it relies on being at a certain place and having, you know, like at one point, you know, his plan rested on Hale trying to disarm it.
Right.
And,
right.
And this stuff, you know, it's a lot of that stuff, you know?
Yeah. But it's funny too, if there's a drop off spot and they're in a plane that's going like who knows how many miles an hour, just, you know, like over the ground.
Is he right there? He says,
yeah, I love it.
He's like, you get off on it, and then it seems like a pretty innocuous insult.
Yeah,
it's like that's what triggered Deakins. You bastard! Don't tell me what I get off on.
But like that insane over the top. Like close up zoom in on his eyes or whatever. That's when you're like, oh yeah, John Woo. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like I feel like John Woo like really had like his huge moment. Well, I mean, he had a big moment before all his movies in the US, but like he really did take the US by storm.
I mean, it was like a 4-year window, it feels like, right? Because you had this, because before this was Hard Target, which, you know, I mean, that, you know, that probably hit the ceiling of John Claude Van Damme's audience, right?
Yeah.
But he does this, and then the next year was Face Off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think after that was Mission Impossible 2, right?
Oh, really?
Was there anything in between? I don't think so.
You may be right. I guess you're right. And then like Wind Talkers, Paycheck, and that was
and none of those performed.
Yeah. But I mean, the fact that his style was so like fresh feeling and exciting that it wasn't like he was just making Jet Li movies, you know, or something where it's like, oh, it's action, who cares about the plot, like as long as the action is cool and flashy and over the top. Like Tom Cruise was like, that's my guy. Like Mission Impossible 1 made by Brian De Palma, and then with 2, his follow-up, He's like, no, man, I want that.
And he ended up with the worst one out of all 8.
Yeah. And but it does remain a amazing time capsule.
I will give you that.
Of a moment, right? I mean, just the crazy, like the zoom in close-ups and the, kicking a gun on the ground and then it flies up into the air so he can spin around and pick it up with doves flying behind him. Like it was a moment.
It was a moment.
And I will say, I think that's what does make this movie a little bit better than just being something that would be kind of forgettable otherwise.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that. I mean,
the helicopter propeller thing when it's coming at Samantha Mathis, like all that stuff, that's the stuff that makes this worth going back to 30 years later. Because otherwise, like the plot itself, unfortunately, even though it's an intriguing plot,
pretty goofy.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like much.
Well, especially when, with hindsight, we're like, this is the writer of Speed and the creator of Justified and all this stuff. You're like, well, this on the story level, kind of a swing and a miss.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Woo gives it a little bit of zazz.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
And certainly that's what audiences were in the mood for back then, because this was a pretty substantial hit.
Yeah, it made 150 million worldwide on a budget of around 50.
Remember when both of those figures were okay?
Yeah, that was good. Right? Which is wild when you think about 150 million worldwide in 1996 money, and now some like Marvel movie or something like, or the Marvels didn't even maybe made about 150 worldwide. Yeah, it's crazy. The box office, like you can't, just when you get used to what movies look like they should be making, like the game changes.
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a whole table of hey that guys.
Totally.
Yeah, we got Kurtwood Smith, right, holding court right up. You talk about a type. You're just waiting for him to call somebody a dumbass.
I was waiting for him to be like a mole or something, or like some bad guy, just because of maybe RoboCop or something.
And that fella on the left there in the previous shot, that's Daniel von Bargen. He was George's boss on Seinfeld, one of George's bosses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And of course, Frank Whaley. Look at the big brain on Brett.
Yeah. I was happy to see him. And then, I mean, this is a Pulp Fiction reunion for him and John Travolta.
That's right. Although I don't believe they occupy any scenes together.
Not in this, yeah.
Doesn't it feel like Frank Whaley's character should be bigger in the story?
100%. He reminded me of John Cusack a little.
I was gonna say he's the John Cusack character.
yes, in Con Air.
Yeah, in Con Air. Yep.
Like he's the guy who's not the action hero, but he's got like the know-how and the smarts, and he knows what he needs to do on the sidelines to get the job done. Yeah.
It almost feels like because they didn't get a bigger name, they were like, yeah, we can just kind of have him disappear like 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah. But so I thought he right here where he sort of like tells them, I don't remember what he says exactly, but like this plan is dumb. I thought then, Kurtwood Smith was going to be like, come with me, young man, and take him into another room and basically like lock him up. Or that was like what I was anticipating. But Whaley, man, he was like, I mean, he's still going, but like in the 90s, he was having a real moment. I mean, actually 89 with Field of Dreams, he was Archie Graham.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, he was in, Swing Kids, which I think that's kind of like a cult hit, but I remember it pretty well.
Yeah.
JFK, Career Opportunities, Pulp Fiction, Swimming with Sharks. Like he was having a real moment in the 90s.
That's interesting. Yeah, we don't see him as much anymore.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I could see him being on some good show or something, I mean, he's interesting.
Well, I was thinking that about Christian Slater watching because he's a lot of fun in this. Actually, I was like, I don't know, maybe just because we grew up with Christian Slater,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, it's nice to see him kind of be the focal point in an action picture. I don't think he did a whole ton, but I was like, I want to see him do like he should be doing an NCIS or something,
Dude, 100%. He's actually, I don't think this is a spoiler, but he shows up at the end of If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Okay.
Just in the third act. And I was like, Christian Slater, hey, nice to see you.
There's that one movie, and I don't remember what it's called, but he plays like the head of like a team who investigate serial killers or something like that.
Hmm.
And he has like this death that's freaking goddamn horrifying.
Okay.
And so it's like the Drew Barrymore in Scream kind of death. You know?
Oh, sure.
And it's like this elaborate set of, it's like him and his team go into this place and they trigger a trap that sets off like a what do you call it?
A Rube Goldberg kind of.
It's like this elaborate Rube Goldberg thing, exactly. And it's oh god damn it! You know it like freezes you.
Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. And so his ankles freeze.
Oh, no.
And he like tips over, and then his midsection freezes, and he rips open.
Was this post Saw?
It may have been. Yeah, I should figure out what the movie is. I saw it because somebody online was like, "Hey, Christian Slater's death in whatever was freaking messed up," and so I naturally, I'm like, "Well, obviously, I have
got in your car."
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Drove to Cineplex Odeon.
I didn't even do that. I pulled it up on YouTube. To be fair.
I see. Okay,
it's like a relatively recent movie.
Okay.
But holy hell! I'm trying to remember what the movie was though.
I don't know. Man, he's interesting. So I mean, like in the 80s, you know, he kind of had that young Jack Nicholson thing going on, right, with the arched eyebrows, and I mean, he's like basically imitating Jack Nicholson in Heathers.
Yeah.
But then he had sort of like cuffs.
Mindhunters, Brian. That's the movie.
Mindhunters.
Yeah.
So it's a film?
It's it is a film, yeah. 2004.
Wait, is this the
Val Kilmer is in it?
Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
It actually is a pretty crazy cast. Yeah, LL Cool J's in it, Johnny Lee Miller.
Interesting.
Christian Slater is the and we know why he's the and.
Right.
Directed by Rennie Harlan, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, look that up. I had to see it, so you should too.
I'll report back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hey guys. But no, like, you know, like early 90s, Pump Up the Volume.
Mm-hmm. This is a little reunion. Speaking of Pump Up the Volume with Samantha Mathis.
Yeah, we're about to see right here, basically.
Yep. They have their little meet cute.
Yeah, well, because they dated in real life.
Yeah.
And they were broken up at this point. So I was reading that they both found it a little awkward.
Although, I mean, they're fun together.
Oh, they're good. Oh, no, totally. In the movie, I mean, you wouldn't know that.
I think Jennifer Aniston was up for this.
That's interesting, isn't it? I mean, this is... Well, Friends had started, huh?
Friends was about 2 years in.
Yeah.
So
Helen Hunt, I read.
Helen Hunt
I see
also.
a little less, but I guess she went and did Twister.
And that movie didn't do much of anything. So
I mean, yeah, she chose wisely.
I could see Jennifer Aniston in this.
You know, she would bring an interesting energy. I don't know that I'd feel a lot of like chemistry between them necessarily, but she would bring a fun, almost like Sandra Bullock and Speed kind of fun, I think, to it with her personality. I don't know.
I don't know that there's a ton of chemistry between these two either.
No, I don't disagree with that.
And it's almost like the movie knows that because we don't even end with like a clinch or anything, you know?
Yeah, they like hold hands.
I think they shake hands. Like,
right.
Nice to meet you. And then we cut to black.
Well, at least they're touching. It does feel like there's a scene missing, but we can get to that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I also read that they thought about
But this, by the way, real quick, this is like a very John Woo thing where they both draw at the same time. And
yes, these sort of standoffs or stalemates where the characters both have a weapon drawn on each other. Kind of like, so what do we do now? Yeah, there's a lot of those in John Woo movies and in this movie.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I'd read that they thought about Lauren Holly, and I was like, wow, she looks like Lauren Holly in this movie.
Yeah.
Almost like they wanted Lauren Holly, and they're like, here, put on this wig.
They did like a Vertigo thing with Jimmy Stewart's character, you know, where he's like,
right.
Do this.
Yeah. But real quick, I have to say, I have a Christian Slater story, which is back in the day I was working somewhere and a friend...
You fired some liquid nitrogen at his...
I was the guy. I was the mind hunter.
You bastard.
No, but I was working at a studio and this one girl was like, hey, there's going to be a Led Zeppelin laser light show. We should all go. And so we, you know, a few of us show up And I thought it was going to be really cool, and she thought it was going to be cool. And then we learned later that everyone else was like, why are we doing this? So anyway, we go in this theater, and then sitting 2 rows behind us, Christian Slater.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we saw the same Led Zeppelin laser light show.
Did you sidle up next to him and be like, I loved you in Broken Arrow?
I should have.
Yeah. He's like, and then he moves like 2 seats down.
Right. Even the way you just did that made me think of him. Yeah. I'm going to scoot over down 2 seats here.
He had a TV show. I don't know if you remember. It was called I think it was like My Own Worst Enemy.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yes, is the problem. I'm pretty sure it was like an NBC something or other.
Oh, like a comedy?
It was a comedy.
Yeah.
It was a drama.
It was canceled after its 4th episode.
Yep. It was one of them.
Oh, man. Taylor Lautner. Bella.
Yeah.
Thorne.
Wow. Saffron Burrows. Yeah. Interesting.
James Cromwell.
9 episodes. Good Lord. So it got canceled before like it even aired its completed episodes.
Wow. I also remember him really early on in a movie called Gleaming the Cube. This movie.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So this movie for him was, I mean, that's what I'm saying. In terms of visibility and the type of role, kind of a big deal. And I think for the most part, he quits himself fine, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
But I do think the energy levels are very off between him and Travolta.
Definitely.
Right. And so, you know, I think that this goes to what we were talking about before, where Deakins, he's playing him like a comic book villain, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I like I said, I think that makes him watchable, but it does. I bump up against that a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Just because I like a more complicated villain, you know?
No, I agree. And I admire the swing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not even like captured properly at times. Like he's doing these big, goofy, like you say, like comic book villainy sort of.
Ooh, what a rush.
Yeah, but like sometimes they're not even in close up. He's like in like a medium shot, and then he just like reveals how awkward it is. You know.
Now that being said, man, the Deakins theme.
Yeah.
Zimmer, dude, I love it.
By the way, so I mean, yes, that's very.
It's the Dewey theme also in Scream 2.
Dude, when I was watching this, I was like, that is the Dewey theme.
Yeah.
Like I'm confused. And so then I Googled it, and did you read about this?
They tempt Scream 2 with this.
Yes.
And they just kept it, right?
They liked it too much.
Yeah.
And they I think they showed it even to like a test audience, and it completely worked. And they're like, well, we're just going to use the theme from Broken Arrow for Dewey's theme in the Scream movies from now on.
See, so I watched this for sure before I saw Scream 2. And so I remember, and I had the soundtrack. I loved the soundtrack. Yeah. And so when we see Dewey in Scream 2, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that music.
Oh, you know that well at that point, yeah.
Yeah. I knew it very well, yeah.
That is so funny. I wonder how often that's happened. Every now and then you will see in the credits, I'll try to Google and talk in a minute, but I remember at the end of some movie it said Death of a Turtle from the movie My Blue Heaven or something.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh, that's so fascinating. Like it's just a really random track from a movie I don't think a lot of people pull from often, but it must have been a case where, they tempt the movie with something and people are like, we can't beat this.
Yeah.
They just ended up licensing score from another film for their own film. I wonder how often that happens.
I can think of at least a few times that I can remember. Oh, by the way, real quick, I kind of love, Von D. Curtis Hall over here.
Mm-hmm.
He was a villain in Die Hard 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now he gets the treatment that the villains do to the guys in Die Hard 2. Remember? Like
oh, yeah, totally.
There you go. Hoisted by one's own petard, one might say. So here's an example of this comes to mind as I'm talking to you. The movie Troy. The scene where Brad Pitt and Eric Bana have their sword fight.
Yeah.
The music during that scene. I mean, the score is like Harry Gregson Williams or Hans Zimmer or something, right? But in that scene, it's Danny Elfman's theme from the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes.
Really?
It's just straight up that theme.
Huh.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Wait, by the way, okay, I found it. Turtle Death. I can't believe I remember the name of the piece. Turtle Death, a piece of Ira Newborn's score from the motion picture My Blue Heaven, is used in the film Problem Child 2.
Wow.
That just shows you what kind of kid I was. I was like 11 years old watching Problem Child 2 and watching the credits and being like, wait a minute, that piece is from the other movie that I saw with Steve Martin in it.
My Blue Heaven.
Yeah.
It's so weird that we have that movie as a specific point of reference because, like, I remember being a kid in Saudi Arabia and we lived in an apartment building. And so sometimes there would be like parties either above or below. And so my brother and I, we would just go get food from the party and then we'd just come back to our apartment, which was empty because my parents were at the party. And we always had like a movie to watch. And so for me, my memory is of watching My Blue Heaven.
Really?
So like every once in a while I'll tell my brother, I'm like, hey, why don't we just sneak away? Let's go watch My Blue Heaven. I guess.
Dude, that's really funny. Which, by the way, is like a little hit, like lost gem. It's a really good movie. Yeah,
it's a really good movie. Yeah. Troy, by the way, the score by the late great James Horner. I want to give credit where due. Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking a little bit over the movie here, but dude, Howie Long, huh? Remember, he had like kind of a action career for a second.
Yeah, well, based on this, first of all, his character was supposed to die early, and they just kind of liked what he was doing.
He's got a great look. I mean, that big square head of his, and like the flat top, and
not a bad actor. Certainly in this movie,
he's doing what's asked of him. Yeah,
he could have been like another Brian Bosworth.
No, for sure. I mean, I'm not sure that I could see him carrying a movie necessarily, but like he's great as like a lackey a memorable lackey or
charming lackey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he headlined a movie shortly after this, maybe the following year, called Firestorm.
Okay, I kind of remember this. Like a video store.
He plays like a firefighter or something. And it's pretty forgettable. I honestly I don't remember whether he was good or not. But clearly he didn't get more of a movie career after that. So
yeah, but not bad. I mean, you get a football career, an announcing career, you get some movies under your belt.
I mean, he's still doing that, right? He's still announcing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, where are we on the story here? So we got he dropped the bombs. This guy thinks
Bob Gunton is like 2 seconds away from going, you actor, to John Travolta, and he pushes him out a window. Basically, he's that guy from The Rocketeer,
Right.
Like stop.
Great reference, by the way, because I thought you were going to say another Gunton performance.
No.
That's just but that's perfect. That's you're right. That's a perfect example. Like, don't say that. He's just gonna kill you. Why would you say that?
Bob Gunton, by the way, I don't know if you know this, he was the body double for the ghost of Egon Spengler in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
so on set,
random.
Yeah, on set he was the guy, and then they overlaid a digital Harold Ramis mask on him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get anybody.
Yeah.
For the body.
They just wanted a performance, I guess.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he knew him.
Yeah, possibly, or he's a friend of the Reitmans, possibly.
Yeah. Interesting.
So Samantha Mathis was between, Pump Up the Volume and this, she was Princess Peach in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's right.
And then she, 8 years after this, she was in another Travolta movie. She was in the Punisher.
Oh, I know I've seen that, but I don't remember it very well.
Yeah, with the Thomas Jane one.
Yeah.
She's the Punisher's wife.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, so she doesn't make it far in the movie. Yeah.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, they're like, let's just massacre his whole extended family. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I remember it was pretty rough.
Now that movie, by way of comparison, right? Like I think John Woo really does elevate the action.
Yes.
Whereas The Punisher, for example, was directed by Jonathan Hensleigh for the first time director, and that's why that movie is kind of just ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that like shots like this right here, you know, where we're tracking them running and stuff, like Wu is giving a lot of visual interest
Mm-hmm.
that I think really does, you know, make you lean forward at times. You
Totally.
know?
It heightens the action for sure.
Because I think I don't know how much of a reputation this movie has carried forward. I suspect it's a nostalgic favorite for people who were kind of in the right age range for it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know that it's really lived on. I mean, maybe you can correct me.
No, I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just, as I'm like looking at what's happening, I'm realizing how similar this is to Speed. You have kind of a real time issue, you know, and then you've got this guy who's like he's military, or you could, you know, say, you know, Jack Traven is like a police officer, and then you encounter sort of a normie character, like a female, you know, and then she gets thrust into the action, and then they team up and become partners, and then kind of romantic by the end. You know, it's like a little echoes.
It's a good point. And yet this character Hale doesn't quite, you know, transcend the screen the way Keanu Reeves' character does.
No.
I wonder why that is.
By the way, real quick, I just have to call this. I was like, this is great. This helicopter with the back rotor thing coming at her.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
You know what I love? This is the kind of action I feel like we don't see anymore because it doesn't seem big enough on the page.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now with computers and everything, we can make it 10 times bigger. But like, there's something like really understandable and realistic about a helicopter. Like, you know what I mean? Like the rotor blade, that's scary. And if that's coming at you and you frame it right and you know, make it really tense, what a scary idea. This helicopter crashing and you missed it. Great. But it's flipping over and the rotor's still spinning and it's going to cut you in half unless you move in time. And then seeing it even hitting the rocks and sparking, like it's really visceral.
Yeah.
You know, I love that.
That's all bad news. I don't want to be.
That's why I enjoy going back to these 90s movies like we do, because they just look different.
Yep.
You know, than movies now. Like movies now kind of have, and I'm not even like griping. It's just that's what happens over time. Things look different, but there's just like a different sort of flatter digital sheen to everything
these days.
Yeah. And so I do enjoy going back to things that actually look like they were shot in a real location and are dusty and, you know, grimy and gritty and like a real practical helicopter there. Obviously not really, you know, but like, you know what I'm saying? Or like the example I always bring up is the, when the SWAT truck in Terminator 2 is going down the freeway and then the helicopter crashes into the back of it.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, dude, like that's still crazy to me. That looks really hard to do. It looks really awesome and practical and inventive and exciting. And I just kind of miss that visceral type of action because we just don't get that much anymore.
Well, I think unfortunately, and this is a conversation you and I have had before, you know, the realm for movies in that vein has become streaming originals.
Yeah. Yeah.
For whatever reason. And you know, there's just, that just feels like a downgrade.
Yeah. And even in like the bigger theatrical action movies, I really visual effects can be incredible. And when they are incredible, we don't even notice. But unfortunately, sometimes when you do notice and it's not working quite right, like even if you just have like cars flipping over things or falling off of buildings, and you're like, meh, that doesn't look quite right. So then you're not feeling the same thing versus a movie from frickin' 1980, The Blues Brothers, when you're watching that car chase at the end, which is still incredible. And you have all these real cars slamming into each other.
Yeah.
It just hits differently. No pun intended.
That, you know, and so it's like whenever we have these discussions, right, I have to fight the urge to just be like, you know, dag nabbit.
I know. And I don't want to sound like that, but I really do mean that is a pleasure that I get then out of watching something like this, where it's not like the greatest movie really, but the action is fun. It's captured in a dynamic way from John Woo, and it's nice to see some like real cool explosions and effects and crashes, and
So you still waiting for Kurtwood Smith to make his heel turn here?
No, I guess when he took Whaley aside and was actually like, okay,
You want him to be like, then he blows his hand off. Or whatever.
right. Oh, now I'm thinking of Brett.
That's right.
That shocked look on his face. It's so funny because the scene is like so compelling, and I like probably have the whole thing memorized backwards and forwards, but it's still upsetting when he gets shot.
I know.
Man, that movie's on Pluto all the time now, and I stop.
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction. I stop on it every time. That movie is just so rewatchable to me.
Yeah. I screen it occasionally in my film classes, and it's shocking how many people just have forget seen it. They haven't even heard of it.
So how does that play then 30 some years later?
Generally, they enjoy it.
For people who don't even know its reputation. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty fresh, right? I mean, like you didn't see a ton of movies really emulating its structure,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just overflowing with these compelling performances. So it still plays. I mean, that movie is eternal.
Yeah, I agree. Broken Arrow. Sorry, I don't mean to take us down other avenues here. But by the way, I have to say, my parents live basically on the border of Tulsa and Broken Arrow in Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
And it didn't even occur to me until right before we started, I Googled Broken Arrow to pull up like the IMDb page. And then it said Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And I was like, oh yeah. Like, isn't it funny when you have certain words and I'm like, well, when I'm thinking about the movie, I'm not thinking about the city, but when I'm thinking about the city, I'm not thinking about the movie. And I've never made the connection.
You put them in their individual boxes.
Yeah. This is the kind of incisive commentary everybody showed up for from me.
It's
this is like, it looks like Wayne's basement down there, but that's not Wayne's basement. Isn't that weird?
Now, in terms of the reaction to the movie, as you and I both do, we checked out the Siskel and Ebert review of this.
Yes.
And for the first time ever, maybe the only time, we saw Gene Siskel change his thumb mid-review.
Yes.
He started as a thumbs up, and by the time they were done, it was a thumbs down.
He starts with a thumbs up, and then Ebert's like, "Come on,"
and he's like, "Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right." Yeah, basically. But it's funny because I mean, they're like hardly ever sort of joking. Like they really like can get at one another.
Yeah,
I mean, so you see Siskel a little bit like okay. Like it's like weird to see him in this like, relenting, like, okay, Ebert has the power here in this moment. And I have to acknowledge that. But then it's funny because he turns it around. And he goes, now, if I do this, you have to, at least in this moment, change your review about your positive review about Cop and a Half.
Yes.
And it's funny because Ebert pauses for like the perfect beat and goes, no, I don't think I'll do that. Like
Cop and a Half, which Ebert gave a thumbs up to.
Yes.
And it's Burt Reynolds and a little boy.
Yeah, like a boy witnesses a murder kind of thing.
So it's like Burt Reynolds' Kindergarten Cop type thing,
Totally.
And I haven't seen it, but I saw the poster and that was enough for me to say I will never watch it.
I can picture it in my head right now. It's the boy with the handcuffs and he's putting them over Burt Reynolds' eyes.
Exactly. Yeah. I saw it because that was in comic book ads.
Yep.
And I was like, nope, not watching that ever.
Yeah.
And I've stood by that.
To this day.
One of the few promises I've kept to myself, Right. But yeah, so for whatever reason, Ebert was a thumbs up on that.
It's so funny. It made me think of that Robert Frost poem about promises to keep. You're just like, and you know what? I never did watch Cop and a Half. I had promises to keep. Miles to go before I sleep. I don't know why that just made me think of that.
Now, give me action sequences like this.
I agree. Dude, by the way, pretty badass where he's shooting at the window, but it's bulletproof glass. And you see the ricochets on the glass, but Travolta isn't flinching.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. But this did make me laugh where he's like, bulletproof glass. I'm like, okay. And then they start shooting through the roof. And I was like, well, why would you? That makes no sense. Why would the whole car not be bulletproof, but the glasses?
Well, these are Humvees,
Yeah.
and this is the first movie that used military Humvees.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger saw it and was like, whoa. Because remember, he was like one of the first people to drive a Humvee on the road.
Yeah, and then that's when they started making the Hummer.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I remember also in The Rock, isn't there a line where Connery steals the guy's car and he's like,
Yeah.
"You stole my Humvee."
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun. That was such a moment. I mean, it's kind of like the Cybertruck or something where it was like they just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And then you saw like
it was this status symbol, and then you realize, well, this is really impractical in like 88% of my day-to-day experiences, you know?
Yes. Yeah. It just was like a look that people wanted to flash on the road.
Yeah, but see, you see a Cybertruck, you're like, oh, there's an asshole.
Well, I mean, I don't, except for the people who may be listening right now.
No, I'm going to say it.
I'm not.
I don't feel that about people who drive Cybertrucks. I'm saying if you drive a Cybertruck, there is a high probability that people are like, hey, there goes an asshole.
Oh, they definitely are not very popular.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know that Humvees had that same level of sort of asshole assignation.
It's not quite a band name. What is that? Asshole assignation. By the way, we're talking over. This is pretty cool. I do like how he improvises with the gas can and the flare. That was pretty cool, I gotta say.
So I think that this gets to one of the structural problems of this movie, which is like chase scene, a brief talking, chase scene, brief talking, and it's just kind of, you know, the progression doesn't really feel there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Like I almost feel like it would well, a couple points. I think Graham Yost was probably deliberately trying to do the exact opposite of Speed.
In what way?
Well, like Speed is like largely confined to the truck and then, to the bus. And then he, you know, later on they do the train thing. He's like, I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to like basically the whole, you know, this whole desert expanse will be my playground. But weirdly, I think you lose something because I think if the story is more contained, it's more, it's more thrilling. And you know, it at times it feels languid. I don't know. The pacing feels off sometimes. You know.
No, I agree. You know, and the action is fun, but I don't know that it's memorable enough.
Right.
Which probably, so as long as if the story is just going to be just okay, you at least want your set pieces to be something where you go, whoa, I haven't seen that before, and you want to watch it again. I mean, think of Speed. I mean, just all the crazy set pieces with that bus. You know. Yeah,
well, when you think about it with Speed, right, you have a great action sequence on the elevator, great action sequence on the bus, great action sequence on the train.
And by the way, that's not to say, I mean, that movie is just fires on every cylinder, story, acting, action, whatever. But yes, take all that other stuff away. The action in that movie is super memorable and unique and incredible.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that the stuff that John Woo tends to excel at is weirdly at cross purposes with the general thrust of this movie, which is more, you know, like John Woo, there's sort of a balletic approach to his action scenes.
Totally.
And this isn't really suited to that. Because, you know, I'm just thinking of his like Hong Kong movies, right? Like if we're talking about Hard Boiled, for example, you know, there's the stakes are, you know, it's really getting into like good and evil and universal morality and stuff. You know, he's really getting into some stuff, and the action scenes are a way of tackling those themes.
Yeah.
This movie is, you know, it's disposable 90s, you know, explosion porn, you know. And so it almost feels like John Woo outclasses it a little bit.
Yeah. Because otherwise, maybe change the actors. Like this would have been kind of like a video store Howie Long movie. No, with apologies to Howie Long, but you know what I mean?
Apologies to Howie Long.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, we should talk about the fact that Travolta was at this moment in his career where he was a legitimate draw.
Well, yeah, Pulp Fiction had just revived his career.
Yeah. So Pulp Fiction is 94, and then after that he does Phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was this year. That was 96. Phenomenon would have been this summer.
Okay.
So was Michael, was that 95?
I don't remember the specificity, but I remember all these like close to one another.
Yeah, Phenomenon was definitely after this.
Okay.
And then somewhere in the middle there was Get Shorty.
Yep.
But it's interesting to me because for sure during the when you and I were coming up, like Travolta had his down period.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets his Oscar nomination from Pulp Fiction. Suddenly he's on top.
Yep.
And like I said, there was like a 6, 7, generously 8-year period where he was an above the line draw.
For anyone else who's thinking it, I did hear Zachy say 6'7". But yes,
now,
yes.
What's great about that, what you just did, is that like John Travolta's career, listening to this like 10 years from now, I'm gonna be like, what does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
After the nuclear apocalypse, and this is like for some reason the only audio people can find to listen to for some sort of sense of normalcy, they'll be like, I don't understand. Huddled around the fire together.
But he was real big, right?
Yes.
And then it's just like it just fell off, right?
Why? Well, so really, to be specific, like he was in the 70s, right? Like Welcome Back, Kotter, Grease, Saturday Night Fever.
Right.
He was like on fire, and then the flame was flickering a little bit. And it was like the Look Who's Talking movies, like Talking 3, and yeah, Tarantino injected life back into his career with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Then like you said, he's a draw. When did it taper again? What was that?
I'm gonna say early aughts.
Yeah, like I remember like General's Daughter.
General's Daughter was like 2000.
Okay, that was when it was sort of like, I don't have to see all of his movies,
right? And that was that was like 2000. And then I remember Basic.
Yes, right.
Which wasn't that John McTiernan?
I want to say it is. Yeah.
And I mean he still is headlining movies, but they're all like straight to streaming type stuff.
Yeah. But didn't he have like another kind of injection at some point? Am I wrong?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe not.
He was, back in 2019, he was in a movie called The Fan, which was directed by Fred Durst. I starred Devon Sawa. And I'm like one of two people who gave that movie a positive review. I reviewed it for the Chronicle.
Mm-hmm. And
I said that Travolta, like, he's just doing his character actor thing, and he was fun to watch in that, I thought.
Yeah.
In the minority, clearly.
Well, then there was like because I don't really remember that movie, sadly, if it's good. But he was doing the Gotti movie. Remember that for Movie Pass?
Yep, that's right.
So yeah, kind of a weird.
I feel like he's still a capital S star in the sense that people know who he is.
Yeah.
But he can't carry a movie, I don't think.
It's hard, right? I mean, you've got to find the right material that you shine in particularly.
Yeah.
And that can't be easy, especially when, new people come up and then they're thinking of those people and not thinking of you as much, but you got to keep working. So then you make some things that aren't so great just so you can continue to pay for your airplanes,
Yeah.
And then when we see a string of those movies that he's doing maybe just for paychecks, then we start to think, oh, well, I guess he's not good movies anymore. And it's a weird profession.
And
honestly,
I should say, I mean, everything I've heard is that he's a really nice guy.
Me too, I think. I don't know that I've heard a lot of firsthand stories about him, although I did see him at Musso and Frank once.
Oh, that's random.
That's pretty exciting. I was like,
was he being nice to the wait staff?
I don't recall. I just remember seeing him in a booth and I was leaving and I was like, holy crap, that's John Travolta.
And then you sidle up next to him. I loved you in Broken Arrow. And he moves 2 booths down.
He's right. But yeah. Oh, he did that OJ miniseries. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. He was who was he?
Was he
was
Shapiro?
Shapiro. That's right.
He had like the crazy eyebrows.
I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, look, you can see the beginnings of his character actor arc here in this movie. Right? Because when you think about it, I this kind of gets to what we were saying earlier. I applaud the swing where he's like, he could play Hale. It's a standard issue action hero, easy paycheck. The movie would probably do well anyway. And so he's like, you know what? Let me do something a little different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And his performance in here is one of the things, like if you're going to list like 3 things you remember about this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely,
All right, so we're underground now. This is the thing too, which I think about sometimes in terms of like writing a story like this. It's like, all right, well, you've got these missiles.
Mm-hmm.
How do you sustain 2 hours of like back and forth and feeling like there's an opportunity for our hero to get the thing back, but then he's got to have it taken away? And how do you do that for 2 hours with these things, So it's, I don't know. I think they come up with some interesting ideas and locations, like this mine here.
Right.
And like that's an opportunity for one of them to go off underground so it doesn't hurt anybody. And, I don't know. There's some good stuff here.
Well, this is where having the park ranger character is very helpful.
Yes, which is good because you want her to not just be sort of like a damsel tagging along. Like she's got a specific skill set that she gets to use. We get Chekhov's Underground River that she mentioned earlier.
That's right. Look at him. He sets the timer to be 13 and says, look, what an asshole. This Deakins. I'm just going to say it, Brian. I don't think this Deakins is a good guy.
I do love it, though. He puts that in and smashes the keypad just to assure.
He's so nuts. But the movie, right? Don't you feel like we're missing a step in terms of why he's so nuts?
Yes. It's sort of like Speed, right? Where you've got, he was like bomb unit, and then
we needed that scene.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's like, he's like, I got passed over from promotion. And, he took things to kind of an extreme place. But if we have, Frank Whaley or whoever with the printout, like Deakins and this happened. And then in 1992, his wife died or whatever, like something,
100%. I totally agree. The Rock always comes up as one of the greatest villains ever because his motivations are so fascinating. You know what I mean? Where it's like he's the bad guy, but you also totally get what he wants and like can't really disagree. You may disagree with his actions, but you understand his motives. But yeah, I agree. This is very flimsy here.
Yeah, like that's an odd choice to me, especially considering The Rock was literally like 4 months away or whatever,
Yeah. But I feel like The Rock, that is like the A+ version of this kind of movie.
Right?
It really is. I mean, like top to bottom, the direction, the writing, the acting, like it knows it's a silly action movie and it allows itself to be that. But it's also everything is like A+.
Yeah.
Like the casting is A+, the comedy, the direction, the writing, as ludicrous as it is, it's still well written craziness.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they can't all be that.
See this right here, the old slow motion jumping, firing thing. Tell me that's not like every kid's dream to like play that in an action movie.
Oh, totally. I mean, yeah, gun in each hand, and I love how he just like dives forward, almost like a belly flop onto the ground. Like, yeah. What's funny? The Mission Impossible movies have been on Pluto lately, just like repeating.
Okay.
And I watched a big chunk of 2 the other day, and it is just
Really?
funny, like seeing Ethan Hunt
Doing this stuff.
Yeah, like he doesn't do that in any of the other movies, but he becomes this like hard boiled badass in that one, and it's just really funny. And like the pigeons or the doves or whatever it is,
The doves are that was my issue with that movie. I was like, this isn't Mission Impossible. This is Ethan Hunt, spy guy. You know,
totally.
It lost a lot of what makes those movies work, but obviously a lot of that is in hindsight.
Yeah. But it was a hit when it came out. I mean, it was the moment.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was like the number 1 or number 2 movie that year.
Crazy.
Because it was 2000, right? Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to throw a grenade?
You know, I don't think I would want to, actually. I think there'd be a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think I would need to watch like a good 5-minute YouTube video about how they work first. Like, cause like, wait, so how long till after I let go? If I hold, so I pulled the pin, but it's about this little lever, right? Like, yeah, I need to understand it more.
You wouldn't rattle off the name of everyone in your company before you threw it?
Yes. He's not so bad once you get to know him.
See, I feel like at that moment, when it comes to throwing a grenade, I'd be like, and I'd whip. That would be the one time in my life where it was like the very worst throw of all time. You know?
Right. Or like a bird would go by and it would hit it and then bounce back toward me.
That probably would happen.
And then I'd have the Jeff Daniels face from Speed.
Yeah.
Well,
tell me that is not the best about to die acting in any movie ever.
Yep. And it's not surprise. It's like, it's happening and you probably got about a second and a half left.
Yeah. Jeff Daniels has actually talked about his process just with that shot and how everything that went into how he played it. And I'm like, I love that he gave it that much thought.
That's great. By the way, speaking of John Woo tropes, we got these guys speaking to one another, but they can't see each other.
Right. Like in Face Off.
Mm-hmm. Have we done Face Off?
No. Next year, the 30th anniversary.
Perfect.
That's the time.
I'm kind of curious to go back. I've not watched a lot of the older John Woo movies. I'd be kind of curious to see what he was doing before Hollywood was like, we need that. Like, I've not seen Hard Boiled.
Yeah, I've seen Hard Boiled. I feel like I've seen some of his other movies, and I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely knew who John Woo was when this came out.
Me too.
Right.
That was like a selling point.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, were we just like huge nerds?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was talking about knowing tracks from My Blue Heaven in the movie
Good
Problem
point.
Child too. So, like, I was
The Killer. By the way, that's the movie I was thinking of. The Killer.
Yeah. I know the title. I know what it is, but I'm not
also with Chow Yun-fat. Yeah. So those two I've seen.
Yeah. This is great.
I think it would have worked better with that track from My Blue Heaven.
Yes.
That would have made the difference.
Dude, you made me snort twice. I wonder, what is that the gambling thing? What's that called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, people can do a over under and how many times I'm going to snort. But here we go. So we got one bomb down there. And then we got them getting away with another one. So we got another chase. It's good. It's good management, right? Story wise of our MacGuffins.
You know what John Woo did recently? I totally forgot about, and I thought it was okay. Was that movie with Joel Kinnaman?
This is ringing a bell.
Silent Night.
Yeah, that was John Woo, huh?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. You saw it?
I did see it.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't. It's not going to change your life, but I thought it was good.
Decent action. Yeah.
I got a sequence when the bomb goes off. I think it's pretty well executed.
Dude, you literally took it out of my mouth. Yep, I agree. And I don't know how they did it. I don't know what the visual effects work is here. but it looks amazing. Here we
See
go.
this, like right here, right here, Gunton. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And Travolta grabs that thing, and what was it, like a flashlight or something, and he just whacks him in the trachea.
Neck a couple times, yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's very brutal. I remember that. What do you call it? Like a crash zoom, I think.
Yeah.
Smash zoom. I remember that stood out to me the other night too, where I was just like, wow.
Yeah, because he keeps doing it. Like, I think you get to do it one time.
Yeah. Actually, I would appreciate it if they kept doing it, but from like different angles.
See, right here, when they're in those tunnels, I thought it'd be funny if they're going in the opposite direction of the Goonies.
You see them going the other way.
They don't acknowledge each other.
That would be hilarious. You deserve the pirate ship. Dude, can I kill the mood and say a joke that I wrote down?
Now you have to.
So I think it already happened. I guess I missed it this time. But when they were driving and they throw the one guy out of the car and then they run over him, they say, I think his name is Steve.
Okay.
And then just in my head, I was like, oh, there's got to be like a funny line about this or something. And I was like, he's like a speed bump. Steve bumps.
Steve bump. There you go.
I think we just hit a Steve bump.
Well, after hearing that joke, I want to do to you what just did to Bob Gunton there.
Hey, look, I didn't write a lot of things down for this one. I got to say everything I wrote down.
The Steve bump, I like
it. No, it's not that great. I did also note that somewhere someone says yada, 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 which of course Seinfeld didn't invent that, but they definitely made it very popular. And so I was curious when that episode aired, and it was a year after this.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they were getting that from the popularity of Seinfeld at this point in this movie.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I had heard yada yada before.
No, for sure. But I feel like then after that episode, that was where a lot of people...
Then it just entered the common vernacular.
Yeah, or maybe that's when people started saying like,
so by the way, that thing with the cigarette, that's what was bugging you.
This is one of the least big sort of clenching it with his fingers, but like the one in the locker room is the biggest one. You know, it's just funny to me. I don't know.
See, this here, where he's like, I've never killed somebody in person. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Right there. Yeah, I know. And now it's bugging me too. That is odd.
It's a choice. It's fine. Sorry, you were saying?
No, that thing about like, oh, I never killed somebody and it's not that big. See, stop doing the smash.
Dude, the deer. Come on, that's great. That almost feels like a Naked Gun joke or something.
No, but this whole sequence here and the way we see the blast wave spread out,
yeah,
very well executed.
Very good. Actually, did you see he did like a really funky thing there with the lens or something? That was really effective. Like it made it look like everything's warping. That's pretty cool. And that crater looks great. I don't know how they did it, but it looks really good.
See, whenever I see scenes like this where they're all like shaking and stuff, I'm always like, what is it like on set when they're doing that? Because presumably the set is not on a gimbal. They're just told to like shake around.
Yep.
They just feel weird doing
very
it.
Silly. Dude, this ripple that's happening. I mean,
that's great.
I don't even know how they did that. Makes me think of The Dark Knight Rises with the football field.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be some kind of digital work, I would think.
It looks really, I mean, especially for 96, it looks amazing.
See, well, that gets to what we were talking about before about how goddamn, what a rush. He's a bad guy, Brian.
Yeah, he loves it. Killing's not a big deal to him.
That's what he said. You know, I don't know. I feel like anybody who would say that, not a good guy.
Yeah. And then she's got the corpse next to them.
I know. It's just with his head back.
Yeah.
No, but you know, this movie came out at a time where digital effects were a thing, but they were not everything. So they had to be used judiciously. So I don't know that the blast wave was done digitally, but it wouldn't surprise me.
It could have been even
a little combination of practical and yeah.
It's so disturbing seeing that guy there.
It really is. Oh.
There's always something very disturbing too about like a bad guy talking to a corpse. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like
Joker.
The Joker, yeah.
Mhm. Like it's really upsetting, and it works really great for the Joker because you know how dark he is. And then I remember in Fast 10. Remember Jason Momoa's got that dead guy.
Oh, and he's like doing his nails or something.
Yeah, he's got him like propped up in a lawn chair next to him, and I think he's
That's
like
right.
painting his nails. And I'm like, it's like upsetting, but there's also something kind of like interesting about it.
I mean, in fairness, Rotelli was a vicious bastard.
right.
I'm glad he's dead.
Hey, we're good. The butterflies, Zachy.
So I don't know. I haven't done research, but I'm like, is that actually a thing? That if there was a nuclear blast, then butterflies wouldn't be there? Or is that the movie just making something up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because that's what I was wondering about. I feel like a lot of people might have like made their lives revolve around that truism.
That is true. I remember sort of. I think it's become kind of famous in Batman Begins.
I was gonna bring this up.
We are like completely riding the same wave. Well, do you want to go ahead?
Oh, no, go ahead.
So basically, at the beginning of Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne is training with Ra's al Ghul on a frozen lake, and Ghul trying to teach Wayne about a lesson about minding his surroundings. He takes his sword, taps the ice beneath Bruce Wayne's feet, and Wayne falls through the ice into the icy water below. Then we cut to them around a campfire, and Wayne is trying to warm himself because he's freezing, and Ra's al Ghul gives the advice, put your hands underneath your armpits. It'll warm you faster. And someone asked Nolan, "Oh, is that true? Where did you hear that?" And Nolan's like, "Oh, no. I just made that up. It just sounded good, didn't it?"
Yeah.
And so, I just imagine, what if there was someone in the Arctic who was actually freezing and trying to figure out how to warm themselves and save their lives. And they were like, wait a minute, I remember this moment from Batman Begins. I just need to put my hands under my armpits and it'll save my life.
He says, like, mind your chest, your arms will take care of themselves.
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. The butterflies, I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. I feel like somebody may have situated their life around that, and it's just, and I don't know, but it might just be a damn dirty lie.
I'm looking. They're sensitive to radiation. What isn't? No, I'm not seeing anything very specific here.
Yeah, look at that. You liar.
Yost.
So Samantha Mathis, worth mentioning, she is the daughter of B.B. Besh, who is Captain Kirk's love interest in Wrath of Khan. Carol Marcus.
Interesting.
And she's also in Tremors, the older couple that dies in the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I believe she passed away before this movie came out.
Okay.
She died of cancer, I think.
Mm. Yeah. That moment, by the way, I really like that weird thing where Travolta feels like he's kind of sensing something, and he looks up to the shrubs or whatever. I almost feel like they could have made even more of a meal out of that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I like it.
See, I feel like there's one too many action scenes.
Like maybe we should be like getting into the end here.
We should be on the train by now.
Yeah.
or
I'm with you on that.
Yep.
Because this movie is just under 2 hours ish, right?
Yeah, I think it's an hour 48, and I think if it was an hour 38, it would be tighter.
Yeah. You were saying languid earlier. I really do. Yeah, I think it would give the movie more snap.
Yeah. That actor, by the way, on the right, the computer nerd, that's Sean Tube from Iron Man. He is Dr. Yinsen.
Wow, I see it now.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I'm saying, man. This movie is chock-a-block full of hey that guys.
Yeah, it really is.
Gotta say, those aviator glasses, they look pretty sharp.
Yeah. It's kind of funny too, like the eras of sunglasses. Like you think of the aviators for the Top Gun thing, and then, well, I think of Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise and those sort of like wrap around, sporty Oakley kind of things.
That's
and then,
that's the second one.
the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's whatever deal they make with whatever sunglass company.
But I feel like aviators are timeless.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and like Ray-Bans and things like that.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool, by the way. I love this. The camera traveling over the desk.
Yeah, it's a nice way of adding visual interest to kind of a boilerplate scene.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I wanted to call out. I just love that he like had this edited together. Like, I don't know if everybody had Adobe Premiere back then, but it's like for his sort of like ransom video that he sends to Washington.
He cut it
like,
linear deck to deck.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't pay, then you're gonna have this, and you just see all these like clips from a bunch of movies. A
train entering a tunnel, rocket ship taking out. It's like the metaphor is all wrong.
He's like, "Oops, sorry, that was something else. Yeah,
that was different."
Yeah. And then it comes back from that. He's like, "So anyway, miss you, Jenny.
Yeah.
See you at the cabin." He's knocking out a lot of video messages that day.
All at once. He had an afternoon to kill, so he got them all out at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying. I think I interrupted you.
No. Well, you were saying, that you really like the guitar, the twangy guitar theme.
Mm-hmm.
Here, and I saw that Zimmer recruited Dwayne Eddy specifically to do that, and he's the guy who did the Peter Gunn. Dun 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 dun.
Very similar sounding.
Rebel Rouser. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow. Okay.
He does that deep twangy guitar thing, and he got him specifically to do that. So that's Dwayne Eddy in this and in Scream 2. So
fascinating.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, just real quick, in that vein, I think it tells you something that Deakins gets his own theme and Hale doesn't get anything.
Yeah. I do like Christian Slater in this because I like Christian Slater, but I do wonder if there was someone who had a little bit more of a trait or something might have made that character pop a little bit more.
Well, I was thinking about that, like who was somebody during this era who would have played this role, who could have held the screen opposite Travolta versus just getting sort of blown off of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cage is not right.
Right.
You just think like, oh, if you plug Nicolas Cage into this, you just
I don't think
immediately get something.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But remember, Nicolas Cage's first action movie is The Rock. So
no. I'm just as an example where it's like in The Rock, if you have Christian Slater in that role, it's a little different versus having Nicolas Cage when he's in that prison cell and like, the name of Zeus's butthole, like it just makes it really interesting and there's a lot more color.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know who else I would put here. Frank Whaley? I don't know.
John Cusack.
Tacky?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, not the
Maybe
worst
that's
idea,
it.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, now I'm pretty sure that right there is like the last we see of Frank Whaley.
Yeah, he should tie in a little bit.
This scene, it's basically he disappears after this.
Yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know. Well, I saw that this was originally 2 hours plus.
Okay.
And more character stuff and more violence, apparently.
Okay.
And Wu had to trim it. So who knows?
I mean, I'll take the character stuff over the violence.
Actually, me too. Well, I think I read that about it's Hard Target, right? You said the Van Damme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like there's a lot of MPAA problems that Wu tends to run into with the graphic violence. But no, I agree. I wouldn't mind a little bit more character stuff.
Yeah.
The rope-a-dope.
It's pretty good, Christian Slater.
Ali Foreman, heard of it? Thanks.
I mean, at the when he first blew up, you know, it was a lot of like young Jack Nicholson comparisons, you know, and it bums me out a little bit that I don't know that he ever really reached his potential in terms of that, you know.
Yeah, because he's a likable actor. I like seeing him, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I still think he's aging well, and I think he could still, even as he gets older, you know.
Yeah.
There could be like some big plum, you know, best supporting actor role waiting for him like 10 years from now.
Well, as it happens, I have this script ready to go called Empty Quiver, which I think he'd be perfect for.
Right.
As sperm number 4.
Oh, it's like he's got to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Before, everyone else is removed. I guess. We got to get out of here.
You just see him in like a big, you know, like a plush costume, you know.
Right.
It's a big tail behind him.
So it's actually people on 2 feet running in like fluffy foam sperm costumes.
Yeah,
like Disney characters. Okay,
but it'll be like a Osmosis Jones type thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Empty quiver. Oh no, it's an empty quiver scenario. What does that mean? English, professor.
Man, Tony Stark would be so disappointed in this guy right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I love that he has to even like say that. I bet you thought I was a computer nerd.
You think I'm a nerd?
And then boom.
Hammer to the head. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, the whole third act of this movie was just repeatedly me saying, "Yep, that'll do it."
All right.
I was watching this with my second kid.
You know what though? Again, Woo is great. But like that moment, think of the moment. I keep going to The Rock, and I don't mean to, but the guy with the knife. You know, you heard the Rocket Man? Like, I don't listen to that. Like, and then the way that the camera's kind of spinning around with them, and just how there's a real tension to that the duel or whatever.
Yeah,
that was just like, what do you think? I'm a nerd? She's like, doesn't say anything and throws a hammer at his head and he falls over. You know,
like she should have said something. I don't know. I don't know. She should have put a button on it.
Yeah, she could have been like, no, I didn't think you're a nerd. You're kind of handsome. A total knockout. And like,
yeah, see, there you go. That's good.
Yeah.
See, you gotta punch up. You gotta be like the Bruce Vilanch of action movies.
Bruce Vilanch. Not the. I mean, Joss Whedon now is a little.
No.
Yeah, but in this era, he would be the guy. I love Bruce Vilanch. Hey, you and I stood next to him that one night at the Astro
Oh, that's
Awards.
right. I forgot about that.
I was like, kind of like, holy crap, it's Bruce Vilanch. And we also stood next to the girl who played Megan. Remember that?
Oh my gosh!
Like in that same moment, like we were next to the girl who played Megan and Bruce Vilanch.
Yeah, Megan, Bruce Vilanch, and you and me.
Yeah,
sounds like the cast of a great CW reality show.
And you and me. That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. So we're back on the train.
Back talking about Broken Arrow.
Yep. When does he do the? This is like kind of see. I mean, this is like weird and creepy and whatever. He's like with the gun, and it's all kind of creepy, sensual or whatever. Yeah. I'm just saying like add some sort of flavor to her standoff with the guy. You know, when she gets her big moment, she gets to take a guy out.
Yeah, I think that that guy needed to be more of a threat.
Yeah.
I think you need to stretch that moment out a little longer, you know?
But I think it goes to what you said way earlier about the languid thing. Like, I don't think it would if these same moments had a little bit more character to them or something.
Yeah. Hey, it's Tuco.
Dude, yes.
I just noticed that.
I had to look him up because I was like, wait, that guy looks so familiar.
Yeah. From Breaking Bad, by the way, for people.
Yeah. I do love, though, sometimes you see a movie and it's always so frustrating where someone is like threatened and the bad guy wants them to do something and then the bad guy kills them anyway.
Right.
I love that she is just like, no, like, I'm not going to do it because you just kill me anyway. So I'm not going to be the one that hit enter.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a cool heroic moment for her.
I kind of wish Samantha Mathis had more of a career.
Yeah.
She never stopped working, and I know she had some kind of a high level role in SAG or something. But I feel like she was somewhat of a rising star in the early to mid 90s, and then
I see 15 episodes of Billions, so that's pretty big
on Billions.
recently.
That's right, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and she was in Fern Gully with Christian Slater.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
Was he the guy? Was he the main guy?
Maybe. Oh, she's in Lost. Yeah. Anyway.
Now look at this. The fact that you got this helicopter and they're like hiding behind the slats
yes.
of this train.
Yes.
Wooden slats of it. Now, I'm no military expert, but I don't think those would be bulletproof.
I know. It's not the best hiding spots. You know what I would love right here is if Howie Long was like, screw this, I got a football career to think about. And he jumped off the train. And you're like, wait, he's Howie Long?
That would have been funny.
and Travolta's character's like, athletes. Then just starts shooting his gun again. Why not? This is a pretty cool move. I mean, look at that. That's like a real stunt. The guy jumped out of a helicopter onto a moving train.
Actually doing something.
That's pretty cool. That's why I love going back to this stuff. You don't get this anymore.
See, I feel like if this train was moving a little faster, this whole sequence would feel more intense.
You know what the problem is? There's nothing to convey speed in the background. It's all flat landscape. Like we need like trees or poles or something whipping past.
But I mean, just you can see like how fast the train is going. It doesn't
for sure. I mean, it does look that looks like 10 miles an hour or something.
It's going like that's what I'm saying. Like 20 maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like fake it. Like have things whipping past, so it at least feels faster. Right? I think there's a weird lack of propulsion in a scene that really calls for it. You are so right. Yeah, there's really, like you think of Speed, and when he's under the bus and you really get a sense that thing's going fast and we don't want him going under the wheels. But yeah, you don't get that here.
Well, I'm thinking of just a few months ago, you and I watched the Legend of Zorro. And the climax of that movie is set on a train.
Yeah.
And you get the sense that train is moving.
Yep. Oh man, that movie's so good.
Which one? Mask of Zorro? Or Legend of Zorro?
Speed? It's so funny. I screw them up because the titles are so like interchangeable.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, they both have their charms, but like the first one especially.
The first one is top tier. I agree.
Martin Campbell, man, excellent action director.
I'm telling you. So there's something sexual with the gun, right? I'm not the only one reading that.
Wait, what happened again just here?
He fires the gun between her legs, and she's like, and he's like, yeah, it was my first time.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah.
That's not just me. I'm not being a weird skeevy pervert.
Not at all. Actually, when I was reading about the movie today, and they were talking about the parallels of him and Travolta killing for the first time, and when he's like, "Oh, that's my first time." Actually, I didn't even think about that last night when I watched it. I was thinking, like, yeah, pulling a gun off of like a sexy woman and shooting between her legs. He was like, "My first time." I took it more like sexual.
Okay, good. So then we're both skeezy perverts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, so that's right here where Delroy Lindo gets killed there. Like that should have been a bigger thing.
A moment. That really seems like the theme of this, doesn't it?
Weird, right?
Like a lot of good ideas and some interesting shots occasionally, but this entire movie could use a little plussing.
Yeah. Because I had to rewind it. I was like, wait, did he just die?
Right.
Did they kill freshly minted Academy Award nominee Delroy Lindo?
Yeah, you
Sons
said
of
in
bitches.
1996, and everyone was like, "What?"
Nothing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ouch. Oh, this is good. I like this.
Yeah.
Under the train wheels. That's good. I don't feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah, and for at least one of these shots, I mean, it's actually Christian Bale, Christian
Or
Bale,
Slater, yeah.
not Christian Bale, Christian Slater, dangling under the train.
Damn, that's like freaking dangerous.
I know. That'd be a hard pass from me.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're the stunt guy, it's like just if one thing goes wrong,
Yeah,
you're going under that wheel.
Unless you're an insane, crazy person like Tom Cruise.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, he'd be like, put me closer to the wheel.
Right.
Yeah, man, I can't get it out of my head now, Zachy. You're right about the speed, the lack of speed.
Yeah, it's like super distracting. It was bugging the crap out of me when I was watching it yesterday.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I wasn't thinking about it specifically, but I was not fully engaged as I was watching. And so
that's interesting, you know?
Yeah.
I think like
that.
That's pretty good.
The guy flying off with that explosion. That's amazing. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Music. There's like a lack of music during this whole sequence.
Actually, I don't remember that.
Yeah. I mean, like lack of propulsive, you know, like
yeah.
Like I'm thinking of the Elfman music at the end of Mission Impossible, the first one.
Oh man, yeah.
Right, and it's like bum 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 bum. You know, it really kind of gets you wound up.
Well, I can't stop. It's so funny because I'm like, but I think of Wu as this like really kinetic action director, but something about this one is just not.
Well, I think that he still had to sort of play in the studio box, the mainstream box, right? I think that the success of this movie bought him Face Off, which is much truer to his ethos, you know.
But it's funny because exactly what I'm talking about is I'm thinking of the kineticism of Face Off, and that's maybe him unleashed,
right? You know.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, shoot, I remember Face Off, just the trailer. I loved watching that trailer again and again. You know, back when it was like hard to watch trailers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But no, I'm thinking, I can't help but think of Speed. And just, I don't know, like there's a little bounce in the camera just because, you know, like everything's like slightly out of control. And yeah, there's just a real sizzle to it all.
Yeah.
This not happening here.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding is that, you know, the final movie was not something that John Woo was entirely happy with.
Interesting.
Just in terms of the usual, you know, back and forth that happens with studios. But again, you know, during that era, you know, you could have a mid-tier action movie perform pretty well.
Yeah.
There was room in the marketplace for that. Like, I remember this movie coming out and like talking about it with kids at my, you know, the cafeteria table. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna see Broken Arrow this weekend. You know,
like I assume I saw this at a sleepover at some point. I don't remember seeing it in the theater.
No, I didn't. I
Wait,
rented
sleepover?
it.
No, that would be too late. I don't know. Watching with friends in a basement or something. That's like my memory.
Yeah, it was definitely a rental for me.
Yeah. But I was really into this stuff at that time. Like I was enjoying all these like Michael Bay movies and.
Well, at the time, we'd only had the one Michael Bay movie.
They're like Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys was the year before this.
Yeah, or I guess I 90s action, Speed.
Look at this. Oh, he has the best death scream. He's like, like the whole way down.
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna say he's dead, Brian. I think Howie Long might be dead in this movie.
They should have had a shark come up for good measure out of the water together. That was a pretty amazing stunt, though. That guy jumping
That
off
was
the
crazy.
bridge.
That was a real guy falling. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I do love the we'll see in a second, the Travolta puppet that gets hit with the rocket.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazingly awful.
Yeah. It's always kind of disturbing, though, when you see that kind of... I'm trying to think of something else that I'm thinking of. But, like, I mean, like, True Lies is sort of like it, where the guy is attached to the rocket, and you just see this body attached to this thing that's about to blow up. Or it reminds me... I'm having a hard time explaining exactly what this is. But, like, you see the guy... Like, the rocket in True Lies, and we see his face, and he's dangling, and he's zooming toward camera. And I'm also thinking of Last Crusade, with the Nazi guy in the tank, and the tank goes over the edge, and we see his face flying toward camera.
Now, a perfect example is Timothy Dalton in Rocketeer.
Yes, that too. Exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
And then in this one, sort of like the rocket hitting him, but we're kind of close on him and seeing this violence happening like up close to him. Like there's something like really cool and strangely satisfying seeing that happen to a villain, but it's also like upsetting.
Right.
Like successfully upsetting. You know what I mean? I'm so glad you understand exactly what I'm saying. That was the perfect example, the Timothy Dalton.
Successfully upsetting. That sounds like a rom-com from the late 90s. Starring Christian Bale, weirdly enough. Christian Slater. Damn it.
Right. Successfully upsetting.
It sounds like something, you know?
I just realized as this fight sequence is happening, I was about to be like, now what could that be about, Zachy? And just sort of like just talk about this movie.
As they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Oh, I like this business here where she detaches the train cars.
Yeah.
And then they collide back into one another. I was like, that's a good idea.
Man, there's a lot of smash zooms in this.
Yeah. And the $20 bill thing is kind of fun. That keeps going back and forth between them.
Yeah, which like, it's there's like a whimsy to that, but at some point it's like, okay, you guys are trying like nobody in real life would be doing that. Is what I'm saying. Well,
I would sort of love if Travolta gets blasted off by the rocket, and then Slater's like, hey, he spot me at 20, and Mathis has to like dig in, and he pulls him at 20, and then he like throws it into the wind, and she's like, what the hell?
And he hands it to him, and then he hands it back. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there's the bit in the I like just going back to what we were saying earlier. I like this final fight between them as a parallel with the one in the beginning. But again, I think if the one in the beginning was more good natured, it would make this feel more intense.
Because we don't like seeing them like this. We previously saw them as buddies.
Yeah, like a real betrayal.
Yeah, I agree. Good note.
But there's that moment where like Slater he picks up like the crowbar or something.
Yeah,
hit him with it, and then he drops it.
Mm-hmm.
And as I watched it, I was like, "Oh, good," because he's like a good guy. But then I was like, "Wait a minute! Like, freaking kill him! What are you doing?"
I know. Bad decision.
Like I was thinking, I was like, I get it because he's a good that's a right there. And he's like, "No,
yeah.
No, I don't know, man. If I'm in that position, I use that crowbar."
I know. I mean, I get the boxing parallel happening here, but yeah, we can end this movie 5 minutes earlier. See, here we go. Now we're getting some good shots with the train.
Yeah, there we go.
See this? I like this. This is good.
Yeah, definitely like giving her something to do.
Yeah. And then the other half of the train about to smash into the. Yeah. It's like a perfect thing to jump away from.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like quiet because I want to watch it. That's cool. That leap. This is great. It made me think of The Fugitive. Oh, here we go. Here's your.
Where's the dummy? We get his like smiling face.
I like it.
And then this.
Oh, he just like folds in half.
That is the most obvious movie dummy I have ever seen.
That is funny. I like it though. It's disturbing.
Well, that'll do it.
This is great. I was thinking about this too, like all these barrels flying everywhere. Like it just looks really dangerous to have an actor right next to that.
I mean, he's probably not like right next to, right? Like,
no, I'm just admiring it. Like I just love it. It looks great. The production value, I guess.
And that's the thing. I mean, 50 million, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were spending a ton of money, you know? It's like, that's pretty reasonable.
Well, you know, it makes me think of the movie Super 8. Where there's this big train crash, but none of it feels like it's like really happening because it's a lot of visual effects.
Interesting.
I mean, it's a really credit where credit's due. It's a really exciting sequence because it's mostly about kids trying to dodge things.
Right.
But it's like the train cars are moving in ways that don't really make sense. But then you think of like The Fugitive where you're like, damn, you know, watching like a real train like blow up and crash like that, and it feels very dangerous. And you know, this feels like, wow, like watching a real train just smash into itself and all that stuff flying everywhere. I don't know, there's just something about it. It just feels more dangerous and exciting to me.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, are we gonna get the romantic handshake?
See, back in the day, they would have just started doing it right there.
Wait, back in what day? In 96?
Like in the no, like before, like in the 80s. If this is the 80s,
oh, 80s, 100%,
right?
Yeah.
Just like inappropriate nudity, just the works.
Yeah, it would be like cop cars would show up to like clean up the scene, and they'd go in the back seat of a cop car, and they'd like start going at it. But and then someone would be like, "Hey, what's he doing back there?" And then like the one cop would like lean in front of the window to cover it up. And
Exactly.
Police business. And then a guitar would be like, "Meow."
And you'd have like a Billy Idol song or something.
Yes.
Oh boy, Broken Arrow.
Is it good? I don't know. Like, but like, you know, there's some fun 90s flair happening here.
You know, I for me ultimately it's fun to just go through some of these old movies with you, and you know, we can point out the stuff that works for us and some of the stuff that doesn't. I do think, you know, I mean, look, there are certain 90s action movies that have truly transcended that we're still talking about 30 years later.
Yeah.
You know, you've mentioned a few. There's The Fugitive and Speed and The Rock even, you know. And, you know, I don't think Broken Arrow is in that tier or even the tier directly below. Maybe a few tiers down.
Sure.
But, you know, I think within that hour and 48 minutes, you'll get an hour and 10 minutes or so of enjoyment.
Sure. That's a funny way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah. I hear that.
But hey, those of you listening, let us know your thoughts about Broken Arrow. You know, maybe you disagree. That's cool. But let's.
This is kind of a unique one, I feel like, for us.
we do this occasionally. I mean,
no, you know, we don't have. But I just love that at the end it was like, well, if you've got any thoughts on this, that's cool.
I was going to say email us. Let us know. You know, we can make it a conversation. You can email us at moviefilmpodcast@gmail.com. You can also hit like on our Facebook page, facebook.com/moviefilm. Let me try that again. Facebook.com/moviefilmpodcast. I have not been drinking. I don't drink. I have no explanation. I'm just drunk on the fumes of whatever John Woo was putting out.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, we're also on YouTube, and if you're watching this or listening to this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe and hit like. All that stuff helps. Also, leave a comment because we also read those. As always, please go to Apple Podcasts, leave a review, leave a star rating. Every little bit helps. Hey, Brian, we also have a Patreon page.
That is right. If you head over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast and hit subscribe for only $5 a month, you'll find every commentary we've ever done and every episode moving forward absolutely ad-free. In addition to that, now starting in 2026, we are adding additional bonus conversations that didn't make it into our regular episodes as bonus drops over on our Patreon feed. We're doing that around twice a month, so you can look for those over there. Our free feed will always be available, but this is our way of providing what we believe is the most satisfying way to enjoy the show. So no ads or interruptions butting into the commentary action as you're trying to follow along with us. Plus, your subscription goes a long way in helping to support us and helping to sustain producing the show. So if you're interested and able, please head over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast and subscribe. We'd be very grateful.
There we go. And with that, if you're looking for me online, you can find me on social media at Zacky's Corner. That's ZAKIS Corner. You can also find my reviews at the San Francisco Chronicle, also at IGN and The Wrap. Brian, what about you?
You can find episodes I've written of Puppy Dog Pals and Young Jedi Adventures streaming on Disney+.
And that wraps up this commentary track as we talked through Broken Arrow. But hey, we'll be back soon with our next commentary track. You never know what might find its way into our workflow here. It's a mystery. Not to us, to everybody listening.
Yeah, or the genre. It may not be a mystery, but could be
point.
A comedy. Could be.
You never know. You never know what's coming. But I'll use that as the opportunity to bid adieu to our listeners in this episode. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next time.